Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Tonight, Wisconsin delegates at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago will hear from Vice Presidential pick Tim Walz as he makes the case to voters to support Kamala Harris for president.
Ahead of that speech on day 3 of the DNC, both sides of the aisle are weighing in. Chief political reporter Jason Zimmerman has your voice, your vote coverage from Chicago.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has been very energetic in rallies, and Democrats are hoping to see a bit more of that on stage later on tonight. There's also big expectations for Kamala Harris when she addresses a national audience from here in Chicago. Well, Wisconsin delegates weren't able to be in the audience when the vice president took the stage at Pfizer Forum Tuesday night. They will have front row seats Thursday when Kamala Harris gives her nomination acceptance speech. Among those watching will be Logan Jansen and Henry Fries, who grew up in Wapaka.
We've seen a lot of general broad talking points from the Harris campaign so far, so I really hope that she drills down on some specific policy items that she hopes to accomplish.
I'm sure she'll be wonderful, and I'm sure she'll talk about her vision for the future. I'm hoping she'll talk about some policies that she's going to lay out, hopefully expanding Medicare access, which is crucial to a lot of our communities. Hopefully she talks a little bit about rural issues that affect all of us.
I also caught up with both Attorney General Josh Kaul and Republican Senator Ron Johnson, who was in Chicago for a news conference on behalf of the Trump campaign.
Well, I won't expect much, okay? Yeah, I expect probably a well-written speech. You know, she's good at reading a teleprompter, but that's a long way from actually being president and understanding what made America a productive and successful society.
Kaul says the Harris campaign has shown an entirely different vibe from that of Donald Trump.
She's talking about a positive vision for the future of the country. It's such a stark contrast with Donald Trump, who keeps relitigating the past, fighting about the 2020 presidential election.
Former President Bill Clinton and Nancy Pelosi also expected to speak later on tonight. Reporting in Chicago at the DNC, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.